everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am joined with a very special guest who I'm pretty sure all of you know who he is. It's Robbie from ArsenalFanTV, and we are doing a preview in front of the Emirates. And I'm really scared. I'm actually like, no, it's not. It's really not.
Your stadium's not going to look as
nice
nice as this.
It's going to look even better than this.
No.
Way better than this. But anyways, let's focus.
I've been seeing it going up, and it looks all right. But it's not this place. What a stadium. And you know what? We're more friendly around here as well. Remember last time when I was doing an interview on your channel?
It was daytime.
Yeah, daytime, and some guy come, what are you doing around here? You see that around here? You see how we're civilised and nice?
Well, yeah, because I'm not showing colours.
I wasn't showing colours on that day either.
You were wearing red. People know who you are.
I'm wearing a bit of white here, aren't I? All right. Right.
See? See? Anyway, let's get to the video.
Okay.
So, how are you feeling ahead of the game?
I have to admit, I'm feeling a bit nervous. You know what I mean? For the first time in a long time, Spurs are coming here as the favourites. They've been playing good football, I can't deny it. They've got a very good team. They've got very good players. Harry Kane, miraculously, after his knock, you know what I mean? I don't know what sort of knock that was, but he's fit for the game. So, you know, and he always seems to score against us. So, listen, I'm feeling very nervous about the game, I'll be honest. But then we're playing at home. We've got a very, very good record. Despite on the road, we've been quite poor this season. But at home, we've been strong. We haven't lost a game here at home. So, you know, and we showed a lot of fighting spirit in some of those games. Games like Swansea, even, that are tight games where they put everyone behind the ball. And I remember, like, they got a 0-0 at your place. We managed to get a result and beat them 2-1. You know, and the comeback against Leicester. So here at the Emirates, I think, you know, I'm feeling a lot better than if it was at White Hart Lane or Wembley or wherever.
Oh no, White Hart Lane would just not be your time right now. But I agree. I think that's why I'm also a bit reserved, even though, as you said, we are on form, we are doing well. But it is at the Emirates. It is, although our away record, apart from the United game in the league, has been really good. But it is a derby at the Emirates. As you said, you guys are unbeaten here, so it's a bit tricky. So
what's heartened me a bit is the fact that I'm kind of looking through your games. All right, I know the Real Madrid thing. You know, as I said, you won the league against, you know, won the Champions League against Real Madrid. You know, no, but you know that was a great victory for you guys. And I've been looking through some of your performances against the very biggest clubs in the Premier League. Chelsea, you lost. All right, you beat Liverpool. Man United, you lost. You know, so I'm looking at, and that's giving me a little bit of heart. I'm like, well, is it maybe a way against the real big teams that they don't quite get across the line? So, you know, I'm a bit heartened by that. No,
you fully agree. That's just true. Chelsea won. The only thing I can add to that factor is that it was early on, first game at home at
play well, to be honest,
Wembley. So yeah, we did play well. United was away. Old Trafford is always a hard place to go. We've not had good records there in the past, so that's that. I mean, these are like minute excuses still. Like, we could still be winning those games, and then Liverpool was Liverpool. It will be interesting to see that how do we set up tactically, whether we will let you guys more likely than not play the ball, and then we'll just hit you on the counter attack quickly. But tell me, what sort of lineup do you predict?
Well, I think that we'll attack. I don't think, you know, I think we tried to in the last game against Man City. We tried to go with this very defensive lineup. It kind of backfired in a way. We stood off too much. We actually started that game very good. We started the game on the front foot. We were worrying City, but then once City sort of grew into the game, I felt we were too deep. Not even that we were too deep, but just that we were too cautious in that game. I think at home here at the Emirates, you know, I mean, it hasn't been a game in for a couple of weeks. I think the fans are going to be up for it. I think, you know, it's a North London derby. The expectations is that Tottenham are, you know, they're playing so well. The fans so desperately want to get one over on Spurs. You know what I mean? We did an interview the other day with Jack Wilshere, and he's saying that, you know, he's pumped up for the game. I'm hoping that all the players will be pumped up, and I think it's going to be an old-fashioned North London derby. I really do. It should be a great game. Yeah,
I fully agree with that. Obviously, it's after the international break, so everyone wants the Premier League to come back, and what a way to do it, obviously, in the North London derby. But it does suit us when teams come and play at us. Look at Madrid, Dortmund, Liverpool. We all played and beat those teams.
We're very fortunate, I felt, against Real Madrid in places, and Dortmund as well. Even though those were great victories. No, you don't think so? I think that Dortmund game, they had a disallowed goal that would have made it 2-1. So you rode your luck. I'll say a bit harsh to say it in the Real Madrid game. You did play very well.
I think the Madrid game, maybe the Dortmund one, I would give you a little bit, but the Real Madrid game was.
But I don't think I think we're going to be more fired up than what Real Madrid were on that day. You know what I mean? I didn't think Madrid were fired up. We're going to be fired up. These players know what this game means to the fans. We're coming off the back of a loss to Man City. They know that they need to restore a bit of pride back, and there's no better game to do it than to beat Tottenham. So
Yeah, no, I fully agree with you. Obviously, it's going to be a different game, so different. It doesn't get better than a North London derby. However, our players will be fired up for it. The likes of Harry Kane, Harry Winks are all back now. Dele's also training as well. Hopefully Lloris will be back because it's still 50-50. I saw him training today, but it's still not confirmed.
He'll be back. They'll all be back. Every time these teams play against us, you hear about all these injuries. Then on the day the lineup comes out, they're all fit. I'm just imagining that they'll all play.
Except
the key, all the Vara, then that'll be. But then the guy, that Davison Sanchez, I rate him. I think Arsenal maybe should have even made a move for him. He's a good player. But I think that the key for Arsenal is we've got to keep Harry Kane quiet. If we can keep him quiet, because even this season he's been the source of nearly all your goals. He's the guy that makes it tick. You weren't playing against United, was he? Right? I think it's about keeping him quiet. He always has a good game against us. If we can keep Harry Kane quiet, I think we'll win the game.
Okay, so if you keep Harry Kane quiet, then that allows more opportunities for Eriksen and Dele. How are you going to keep everyone quiet then?
You can't keep everyone quiet, but I just feel that he's the guy. He's the main guy of the team. I really think it's a bit shackle down Harry Kane, right, and we can get a bit of joy in that game.
Okay, I can understand where you're coming from. However, Eriksen is really underrated in this respect. He does also make us tick. I believe as much as Harry Kane does obviously 100% contribute to this team, I think Eriksen is a little bit of a heartbeat, so he also makes us tick.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's improved a lot. I'm hoping he's going to be a bit drunk or something from all his celebrations for Denmark, knackered as well from during the week. You know what I mean? So hopefully, that hat-trick, he won't be up for it. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, okay.
You know what?
That's realistic.
You got a lot of players to worry about for us as well. Watch out for Lacazette.
Oh, I fully agree. If he starts, which we're not sure about because it's up to Wenger, but if he does start, I agree.
He's got to start, and if he does start, I think he can cause a lot of problems to your defence. He's been scoring a lot of goals this season, especially here at the Emirates. And it's that game where somebody like Lacazette can really make a big name for himself. Not that he's, not that everybody don't know, but he can really, and he also, during the week, and I know you said Eriksen scored a hat-trick, he also scored 2 goals for France.
Which is no small feat.
Yeah, he scored 2 goals for France during the week as well. So he'll be buzzing as well. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. If I had to choose 2 players who I'd be really looking out for, one's definitely Lacazette, especially if he starts. If he doesn't, then I think that's a little bit of a boost for us. But Sanchez, he turns up for these sort of games.
And on my side, obviously, it's Harry Kane. I'm obviously worried about him, and Dele Alli. Those 2, to me, I think they know what this derby means. And I think we've got to shackle, those 2. Dele Alli, maybe get in there to wind him up a bit like what Ashley Young did.
I think he's been doing really well in managing those sort of situations.
Yeah, but not in the North London. We'll tell him certain things at the North London derby that really wind him up.
Charming. Okay, so who else is who's going to wind him up then? Who's in the team?
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's why I want Jack Wilshere to start. That's why I'd love to see Jack Wilshere in there, because he's the sort of guy that would get stuck into a Dele Alli. That battle between him and Dele Alli would be really interesting as well. So, and I think he's ready. I think Wilshere's ready now to throw into this game. But Granit Xhaka as well will put his foot in as well. So. Yeah, and he'll be on a bit of a high as well. They just qualified as well, Switzerland. So, yeah, it's going to be.
So, Lacazette or Welbeck up front?
It's got to be Lacazette.
Will he actually start him?
I think he will start him.
Okay.
There could be a place for Welbeck as well, maybe on the left, which would mean maybe Alexis starts on the bench, or maybe Welbeck comes on later. Welbeck is a very effective guy to play in these type of games because he tracks back. As well as getting forward, as well in having a lot of trickery and stuff like that. can score goals. We've got players that can hurt you. It's just you've been playing better as a team than we have been.
Yeah, that's
we need to solve that for the day.
No, that's true. On paper, you do have quality players. It's just you've not had that unity on the pitch and off the pitch as well, if I'm honest.
Yeah, yeah, you are correct. We've just not found that flow until Saturday.
Okay, all right. So, predictions.
Predictions, I'm going to go for Arsenal winning it by 2-1.
Fair enough.
We always get written off a lot of times, and when we get written off, like last year against City in the semi-finals, the FA Cup against Chelsea in the final, nobody gave us a chance. We won.
That is very true.
Yeah, I got a feeling that this weekend, those players, they know this. We can't afford to lose it, because not only it's a North London derby, our position in the league, and I mean, it would just be dire to lose this game. So they know, I'm hoping they know what this means. They have to go out there and put in a performance. The place will be buzzing. There hasn't been a game here for a few weeks. I've got a feeling they're going to respond.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I'm always reserved, if you know me. The only prediction I got right was the Madrid away. So I'm going for the same one, though. That's not why I'm going for it. I'm going for a 1-1. Historically, last 3 seasons have all been 1-1s. Is a derby. I just feel like it's so hard to predict, just because I just don't know what Team Wenger's going to put out, really. I can more or less predict mine, but I just have no idea what he's going to put out. Because if he puts out a good team or the right players in the right positions, then yeah, that could be a good game. If he puts the wrong players in the wrong positions, then it's ours, if I'm quite honest. So until I see the lineup, I have no idea. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. That's pretty much it for this preview. I hope you enjoyed. If you're buzzing for the game, let me know what your score predictions are in the comments down below. Hopefully I will see you in the future. And come on, you Spurs!